Wario7793. I'm showcasing some pretty rare and unique car replicas. The actual cars themselves are worth upwards of about $1 million a piece. And I've got my pretty assistant Tara here. And she's going to help me showcase the cars for me. The first car we've got is a 1931 Mercedes SSLK. There were only 8 of them built. It was built for land speed records back in Germany, back in England. It actually broke the land speed records for 3 years in a row. Why don't you go ahead and pick the car up, the white one. Just I think there's doors on it. Can you just go ahead and open the doors a little bit?
There's some doors.
Okay. And we'll zoom a little bit on this. It's a really nice car, very light. The brakes were almost non-existent on the car. So you had to be a little careful when you drove it. And anything else about it? It was known as the German White Elephant at the time. Current value, I really don't know. I'm guessing 150,000, but they could be worth a lot more since they only built about 8 of them, and they kept crashing most of them. So I don't even think any of them really exist anymore for real. Okay, the next car would be a 1948 Tucker. You can go ahead and pick up the next car over. I got them all sitting right in a row. Yeah, that's the one. Showcase the 4. Go ahead and open up the 4 doors. As you see, it's got rear suicide doors and the front normal doors. This was designed by a guy named Tucker, and he wanted to make the safest car and the best car that he could come up with. There were only 51 originally built. They are highly sought by collectors now for the real ones. He did take a V6 modified air-cooled helicopter engine and used it for it's a rear model engine. Can you open the trunk on it? It's on the back. Yeah, the hood. Yeah, there you go. See if we can zoom in a bit on that. There you go. So you can see the engine there in good detail. It has disc brakes, fuel injection. It's a true racing beast. Disguised as a standard sedan, and about 150 horsepower, but they'd get up to about 120 miles an hour. They took these out NASCAR style and raced them for lap after lap after lap, and they just kept on going, so they're very well built. Even came with seat belts, which were unheard of back in 1948. And I think I heard about one that was auctioned off for a little over $1 million here recently, because they are very highly sought for by collectors. The next car is a 1951 Buick LeSabre concept car. As you can see, it's nice. It's a nice looking car, a little futuristic looking. It was the first car that used fuel injection. It was a showcase car for all the Buicks that came along afterwards, the LeSabre and Century and all the others. And let's see, what else did they say here about it? This one was there was only one of these made. It is currently, as far as I know, is currently kept in an archive warehouse somewhere, and only driven about once a year. It only has about 30,000 miles on it for a 60-year-old car. The last I heard about it, it was driven by a man for a automotive show on Speed Channel, and he got a chance to drive, and he was ecstatic over it. It was a very nice car. Yeah, I think that's about it. It has 355 horsepower on it. It is a racing vehicle, and it actually inspired a lot of the fin designs for the 50s. And let's see, the next car would be 1958 Ford Edsel Bermuda. It's a variation of the Ford Edsel. There were only 2,500 were made altogether when it came out. It came along in the last line of the Ford models. They actually put the touch transmission in the steering wheel to replace this, to make it easier for the passengers. People just didn't get it back then. Let's see if we can showcase the engine a little bit. We get the hood open. Nothing super major about the engine. Probably looking about 200 horse, standard V8 for the time. Can you get it open? Okay, it might be from the back. I mean, from the back of the front.
Okay.
Oh, there we go, yeah. See if we can zoom in on that. Yeah, as you can see, it shows the carburetor. Pretty standard carburetor, but because of the rarity of this car, it's a nice design. And it's a standard Ford, but it's just, again, it was a little too futuristic for people at the time, so it didn't really sell too well, and it was discontinued before 1960, and it became a collector's item almost immediately. The next car is the early 1960s Corvette, Chevrolet Corvette Mako Shark. It says blue car over here. This one, yeah. That one inspired the Stingray design of the late 1960s and all the way through the 1970s. And as you can see, it's a pretty nice vehicle. It has the Mako Shark faded paint job from dark blue to gray, and it has the fins just like you see fins, the gills on a shark. The engine, it is a prototype. It's again a one-of-a-kind car, and it had an engine that was rated at 655 horsepower, so it was a true beast on the road. See if you can open the hood. Oh yeah, there you go. So you've got a pretty nice engine there. Big. I think it's a 3-barrel or 6-barrel carburetor, but I'm not exactly sure. But it's still a very powerful engine. Or it might have had fuel injection at the time. I'm not exactly sure on that. Okay, and we have one car. These are a little more common cars, but they're just worth a lot of money because of how rare they are and how nice they are. The next one here is a bumblebee-colored 1969 Ford Mustang Boss, what does it say, 409? 302. There we go. I get the right thing on there. It does have the yellow bumblebee. It was during the era of the muscle cars. And if you see if you can open the hood. Yeah, it's from the front. There you go. They are pretty powerful. There were some over 500 horsepower. This is a little more stock, a 290 horsepower with a 302 cubic inch engine, V8. And it has the nice louvers in the back. It's a very sport rally. It's a little similar to the one you see in the Steve McQueen movie, The Bullet. Probably made a few years after that. And let's see, we have the last car here, showcase, is a 1969 Chevrolet Camaro RS SS Rally Sport Super Sport. Very rare car. Probably worth close to $100,000 in today's values if you can get one in this showroom condition. I'm going to go ahead and showcase the engine. And it's from the front. Yeah, it should be the front. Yeah, there you go. As you can see, a pretty nice engine. Probably looking at about 300 horsepower approximately, maybe 350, depending on how sporty you got of it. My brother actually knew somebody who owned one of these in California, and it got rear-ended by a delivery truck, and he was able to buy 2 classic Chevrolet Novas with the money from the insurance. So he got a pretty good chunk of money out of it. And yeah, I'll say hi to the camera again, Tara. This is my pretty niece, my assistant for the showcasing this. And this is Wario7793. I hope you enjoyed this. If you're a big car buff, you'll kind of know what I'm talking about. I did pretty good research on this. And thanks for watching.